All right, parents, we know that raising kids is hard, right? It's so hard that the Surgeon General says it's become a public health issue. So what do we do with that warning? Susan is joining us here to give us some advice. We know that the parents deal with so much stress on a day-to-day basis.
And that's really going to be the key. Like, let's try to figure out ways to reduce the stress, and we can do it kind of simply. So sometimes, though, that stress does seem never ending. I know it. You get through the holiday season, but then spring break's here, and then you have to plan for summer camp, and then there's all the day-to-day stuff. The Surgeon General has said parents, caregivers, and families need better support from their communities, their employers, and the government.
Rosa and Richard Alvarez have 2 young boys, 2 demanding jobs, and never enough time.
They're becoming more active, like with the sports and, kind of being more present in that respect, and then also being more present in the school. And I'm trying to kind of attend as much as I can to all of their events and festivities, which is difficult in the middle of the day. And you're like, okay, I'm running and trying to be everywhere.
Sound familiar? According to the American Psychological Association, 41% of parents say most days they're so stressed they can't function. And nearly half of their stress is completely overwhelming. The stress parents feel rises to a significant public health issue, balancing schedules, making countless decisions every day. Not to mention keeping up with kids' evolving needs can leave parents feeling burned out and exhausted.
Parental burnout can impact your mental health, and mental health struggles can lead to brain fog. If you have difficulty focusing, sluggish thinking, and memory lapses, you might be suffering from brain fog. Talk to your doctor to see if they'd recommend a formal cognitive assessment.
Here's some other strategies that might help ease your mental load. Cut back on alcohol and try to eliminate unnecessary medications that can lead to brain fog, such as sleeping pills. Ask your doctor before stopping any medications. And take steps to put less stress on your memory. Consider relying on lists, for example, and avoid multitasking. Practice good sleep hygiene and get regular exercise. Both of those things can help clear mental fog. And speaking of getting a good night's sleep, for you and your screen-obsessed kids, consider using your router to restrict internet access after bedtime and prevent those late-night scrolling sessions. This way you and your kids can sleep more soundly.
If you need more help winding down at night, you are not alone. A Consumer Reports survey revealed that more than 70% of Americans have made changes in the quest for a better night's sleep. These include avoiding caffeine in the afternoon, attempting deep breathing exercises, and establishing a consistent bedtime routine. On the morning show, we are all too familiar with trying to wind down and struggling to wind down. I loved the router tip. If you can kind of limit that access, it takes away the ability to kind of get sucked into the endless scrolling.
And the temptation is it's just so easy, right? You just see one thing and then you see another, and then before you know it, an hour's gone.
All of a sudden, you're looking at the clock going, oh my goodness, I have to be up so soon. So that's one of those things I'm going to try, I think, in my own life.
Thank you for the tips. We know that it's going to help a lot of people. Try to implement these tips, people. You won't regret it. Thanks, Susan.